Good evening. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing good. I hope you all had a great day so far. Hello, hello. Hey, Poser, you're the first to say hi. Hey, Shy, how you doing? Okay, let me check. There we go. YouTube has this thing where it always goes to top chat and not to live chat. I want to see all of your messages. Hi, Ramon. Welcome. How is everyone doing today? Hi, Leslie. I'm doing good as well. Thank you for asking. Let's switch to the scene. I have made a beautiful scene. Look at this beautiful scene. I made it all by myself. So, my favorite community. I have an idea. And this idea has already been proved, foolproofed, because I just finished a stream on my German channel and there we did the same thing. So I figured, how about just jumping over and let's do like a small question and answer stream with you guys. And with question and answer, we had a nice talk about ARK topics, things that's happening in ARK, and questions people had about ARK. So we just sat here for like an hour and just nerded around ARK. And I guess all of you like to nerd as well. How do you make a pickaxe? You need help? Okay, Nat, I have a suggestion. I will make you a pickaxe. What do you think? I will make you a personal pickaxe and it's going to be the Tia pickaxe. But you can't lose it. Then I would be very sad. Hey, up from the depths, how you doing? What's your favorite mod and why is it Paleo? Actually, I had people in my German stream asking about it. They were very scared that it might not get updated to Unreal Engine 5. And I could take that anxiety away from them and I could tell them that I'm pretty certain that that is one of the mods that will get updated. If I make one for you, you'll never learn how to make one. But that's the trick. So we can stay friends forever. Because you need me to make pickaxes. Hi Lisa! How you doing? Good to see you. Nat, that's the plan! This is how it works. We actually have added Paleo ARK Legends was it Legends expansion? Yeah, we have added this to ARK Smart Breeding. So the animals can be extracted into ASB. I'll make sure you're available 24/7. Yeah, I think that works for me. Got big plans for the mods this year. That sounds good. I'm pretty sure people will be very excited to hear about that. I had a lot of people earlier talking about talking about the dinosaur documentary from Channel 5. We had a good talk about it. James, they actually already they already handed in the code, like the game for consoles. I think they need a little bit, or like the platforms need a little bit to approve it, but they already admitted the code. So I'm not sure how long it takes, but yeah, so that was like interesting, but we don't know yet. So we don't know if they maybe have bought assets as well, so that they did not only bought stock footage, but they also bought assets, because I checked like that guy's store. I mean, he was like grabbing from Atlas, he was grabbing from ARK. He has, I don't know if you ever. If Wildcard ever loses like a Dino asset, he probably has it. But I mean, it was like not the first time that ARK stuff got stolen or borrowed. Let's say accidentally borrowed. I watched the movie where the Titan was in, the Forest Titan, and honestly, you don't have to watch it, because the Forest Titan was in there for as long as it was in the trailer. It was like, what, 15-20 seconds, and they called it the Vine Giant or the Vine Monster. No, it was the Vine Giant. I was like, yeah, I feel like whining too. And like, yeah, it was like totally clunky animation, so it's not worth it. Pandemic Raider, I think I just have like good genetics. What tame do I hope they add on top of the winner for the community vote? The goat. I want to have the goat in ARK. I don't know if you knew, but I'm a big fan of goats, like in general, like in real life. So, I want the goat. Yes, ARK 2 is going to have mod support for consoles. They will have it via mod.io platform. It's gonna be interesting how that actually works, and how this will change how we play ARK. Yeah, if you check mod.io, then you can have a look at the platform. And if I'm single, you're asking one day too late. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. Now it's too late. Sorry. You want to know how I spent my Valentine's Day? I spent my Valentine's Day editing videos. Now you can feel sorry for... No, you don't have to feel sorry for me. It was actually quite fun. I enjoy making videos, so... I could have spent my Valentine's Day worse. Well, actually, to be fair, I woke up on the Valentine's Day, 5 in the morning, because I had a doctor's appointment at 7. Then I had a nice lady drawing 6 vials. Vials? That's the right word, right? 6 vials of blood from me. I was feeling a little bit dizzy. I was feeling a little bit lightheaded. Then I went back home and I slept for a few hours. And then I treated myself. I treated myself because I was like, I don't know, I still feel weak, if I'm completely honest. So I treated myself and ordered a burger from McDonald's. and had a nice lunch. And then I slept another 2 hours. My body was probably like just trying to produce blood. And then I worked till this morning, I think 7 a.m. So I think from yesterday 8 p.m. to this morning 7 a.m. I worked. Your mom took you and 3 of the kids out for dinner. Oh, that sounds nice. Lisa, what did you have? What did you get? If you enjoyed the day, I spent... Yeah, it doesn't matter. If I enjoy it, I can spend it, whatever. Actually, my sister and I, we have been, like the past, I would say 3 or 4 days, we have been on the phone like constantly. Like I call her in the morning and we hang up in the evening because she has inherited some photos from our childhood, and we're now in the process of making sense of all of the photos. Like we have photos from my great grandparents up to photos from me as a tiny Tia. And we're right now, we're like just sorting them, trying to figure out who's who on the pictures. And she started scanning them, so I have access to the pictures myself. Oh, the steak was not... What was wrong with the steak, Lisa? Was it like too much fried or too little? Yeah, I found a lot of like children pictures. I have to say, I was quite cute as a child. I was quite cute. I don't know what happened after then. It was too pink for you? Aw. But I understand. Like for me personally, if I have a steak, I'm okay if the steak still like moves. But I know a lot of people don't like it too pink. So I totally get this. No, I stopped doing face cam. I used to be a full-time streamer and was doing face cam basically every day. And I did this for like 2 or 3 years. And I realized that being online with facecam is super energy draining. So I decided to just like stop doing this. I should give you a life advice. I'm probably the worst person to give life advice. I'm definitely not a good person to give life advice. While breeding, you're only getting unfertilized eggs. Why is it happening? Do you have a male next to your females? And what are you breeding? And are you breeding in single player mode? You want like just any life advice? Just a random one? You're breeding Rex. Are you playing in single player by any chance? PvE single player. Okay. So there, if you have everything on mating, like the male and the females, if you have those on mating, it could be that it's the single player bug where creatures have to stand like super close to each other, otherwise they are not mating. So try to put like the dinos you have as close to each other as you can, then put everyone on enable mating and hope for the best. Okay, any random life advice? Okay, I can give you a life advice that I learned myself last month, and that is get your blood checked. Get your blood checked regularly, at least twice a year, and see if anything is wrong with it. That's my life advice. Because if I would have done it earlier, then I would not be in the situation I'm in right now. Huh, MS, I don't know. You may have not checked if they're like male and female. Because usually even in single player this shouldn't be like a big issue. I don't think it's about... Do you... Are they maybe spayed? What I have a severe iron deficiency. Like a very severe... It was like so bad to the point that 3 weeks ago my doctor told me that if it's not getting better, he will have to send me to the hospital. And, well... Okay, I have to tell you this because that was actually quite fun. Like, as fun as it can be, right? So I went into the room, like in the like the doctor's room. And he had like the paperwork with my blood stuff. And he's like looking through, yeah, looks good. He goes to the second page and he was like, "Your blood is shit." And I'm looking at him like, okay, that's some harsh critique, but I take it. And the second thing he said was, "I feel so sorry that we took blood from you." I was like, okay, can you like go into detail, please? Because I didn't know what was happening. Like because he was like really telling me that very dramatically. And then he told me, "You're supposed to have an iron value in your blood of, I think it was 180 or something." And he said, "Guess how much you have?" And I was like, "Less?" And he said, "Yes, you have 13. I was like, "Oh, that is like not that is like not a lot." And he's like, "I don't know how you are walking. I don't know how you can walk here. I don't understand." I was like, "I don't understand either." And so we talked about it, and he said, like he would feel best if he could send me to the hospital, so they could give me like infusion and stuff. I think it's called infusion, like a drip. I think. Probably the English speakers can probably tell me better. So he wanted to send me to the hospital, and I said, "No, don't have to. I feel actually quite okay today." And he said, "Okay, then we make a deal. I'll give you medication and you take them for 3 weeks now. And then we see how it goes. And if it's not improving, then you have to go to the hospital. If it's improving, then we just continue." So I had my blood taken yesterday and I will get my results tomorrow. So I'm like in this funny, weird in-between state where I don't know what's happening next. So that's fun. But yeah, that was my funny story about life advice. Get your blood checked. Get your blood checked twice a year. Let a doctor tell you if everything is fine, if you have all the vitamins you need, if you have everything, all the ingredients you need to have in your blood soup. And if one ingredient is missing, take care that you get it. Because I probably had this for a while now. I hope that was enough of a life advice and it's helping you. So MS, I don't know either. If you have like male and female, it shouldn't be an issue actually. I don't know. It shouldn't be that terrible. I was just trying to think about something. I know from people asking me about issues and about bugs with the game. I do know that, for example, Theracinos, you cannot have a big group Theracinos in single player. It just doesn't work. As soon as they stand like one Theracino size away from each other, it does not work. You have a question about mutation stacking? Then ask the question. I hope I can help you. You also tried raptors, but they're also just giving unfertilized eggs. That is really weird. Did you make sure you have both genders? Surf, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Okay, since we're like so cozy together, answer me a question. Tell me, what was the video that you, like the first video of me that you saw? Like, which was the video you found me with? I would be very interested if you still remember. The mutation video? Was it the mutation stacking one? Lisa, have a good night or good day. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, fixed breeding lines. Nice. That was a fun video to make. The mutation stacking you keep watching over and over. I have to admit the mutation stacking video is really filled with information. You can really... you can technically really get lost in it if you like lose focus like early on. The Tyler breeding setup? Oh, that's a surprise. Were you looking for breeding setups, or was it just a suggested video? MS, maybe check my beginner video I have. I have like a beginner like video for absolute beginners. And you maybe you can find the answer with your issue. You remember watching the T-Rexes first? And that's why you started watching? How did you start breeding after Drifter? And if yes, what did you breed and how far have you gotten? I mean, usually single player shouldn't matter. It usually shouldn't matter. I mean, you can try servers and you can see if it works there. Like, just join a random server, like a random official server. Maybe tame some dodos and just check if it works there. But usually single player and server should both work. You started with dodos. I think many of us started with dodos. I think many of us had a dodo as the first pet. Hey G-Man, how you doing? Good to see you. Ah, okay, so if I remember that one. Your first tame was a dodo, G-Man? My first tame was actually a pteranodon back then. because I joined a friend in his tribe, in his base, and they basically already had most of the animals back then. So I wanted to have my own pteranodon. That sounds a good start, Yumia. That sounds like a pretty good start. You tried Dillos before, and you had hundreds, but you wanted to do it right. Understandable. I was thinking about what was my first I think the very first dino that I bred and mutated were actually Rexes. And then I went to Theracinos. And then Argentavis, when they still had movement speed. Like when you could still like level movement speed into them. That was when I had like a giant Argentavis breeding group. And then when they changed it, when they removed the movement speed from, or the flyer speed basically, then I took a little bit of a break. And then I started breeding Megatheriums. And that's how I started. Like I bred Megatheriums, then Gigas. I did breed Gigas unofficial. That was probably the most annoying thing I ever did in ARK. Can't recommend. Don't go and breed Gigas unofficial. Well, I mean it's probably less bad now because the rates are perma doubled, but before that, don't do it. You were solo, big dinos are scary to tame alone. I know, I understand that completely. Explaining all the things. What exactly do you mean, MS? Because I think I should have videos about basically everything breeding by now. I don't think or is there anything? Does any one of you think about anything that I was like missing out on? Shy, on our cluster is like pretty nice because if you imprint your dino on 100%, if you go on the dino on like the flyer, then you get an option to double the movement speed. You can like toggle between different speeds, but only if you imprint your flyer. That's pretty nice. Jason, I am glad you're asking this question, honestly, because we have a tool for this. We programmed a tool for that. I was basically waiting for that question. So here. Have a look at this tool. It is telling you everything you need to know. So, just as an explanation how the tool works, let me see. Maybe I can share it with you, would be nice. Let me have a look. Okay, here we go. There it is. There we go. Look at this. Let's hide this so I don't get distracted. Okay. Have a look at this. So this is... Let's make it the original size. This is the how many females are needed tool. I know it's not a... It's a very clunky name, but I think it explains it best. So what you need to do... if you want to find out how many females you need to decide how many stats you can mutate, because that decides on how likely you will get a mutation. So if you have flyers or shadow mains, you choose 6 mutations. If you have normal creatures, like just like Rexes and stuff, you choose 7. And if you have gachas, which have 1 stat more, you choose 8. So let's say we're breeding normal creatures. So we go on 7, and then the next one. Now you need to decide, is one of the parents, which is usually the father, is the father already mutation capped? Because then you need more females. Let's say the father is not mutation capped, we're also not using the mutator. So then we can go down here. As you can see. 1 second, let me just put this to the side so I can see the chat. Okay, there we go. Then you go down here, and then you can see your success rate and your failure rate. With this setup here, when we're playing unofficial, we have no mods that help us, and we're just breeding like a normal animal. Then with 100 females, we would fail 1 in 3 rounds. So let's say we have 100 females and we're breeding those 100 females with a male. Every 3rd time we will not get a mutation. So you may say, let's reduce this failure rate. So you can use this slider here, and you can just go on like, I don't know, 400 females. This is something like if you're like a breeder on official, most of the time they have 1 server per animal they want to breed. And then they have like close to 400 females, which is insane. That's correct. But then they have like a low failure rate. What I usually do is, so I'm breeding shadow mains. I have 1 mutation capped animal and I'm using the mutator. And I have 20 animals. So I have a failure rate of 17.5, which I think is okay for me. So every 7th round, every 6th round, I will have an empty round where I don't get the mutation I want to have. So this is the tool. Check the link above. That will help you to find out how many females you will need in your breeding group. So Ymir, you said you have a question above. Let me check your question. Let me see if I find it. So you're breeding Rexes. You have 0 females and a male with 3 health and 1 with damage, and you got another mutation male. You got another mutation male on a female. You mean melee, probably, right? Which is damage. Okay. I mean, if you got a mutation on a female, then you just breed the female back with a male and try to get the mutation on a male. If it's a melee, I mean, you wanna. I mean, you split your life and your melee lines, right? You don't have them all on 1 dino. Because you don't want to do this. You want to split them. And then you just breed it back with a male and you should be fine. But the mutation stack, it will still stack. You have them in 1. Yeah, you don't want to do this because then you have the problem like you have now. That you get the mutation but you're missing out on the other one. That's why you don't want to have them together, because you cannot guarantee that you will always get both of them on the right animal when it gets the right mutation. You want to split them. Otherwise you will be very frustrated very quickly. Hey Caden, how you doing? Good to see you. YouTube rules are strange. I can't see all the convo. I've been sub too long. You probably had like the difference between live chat and top chat, right? For me, it always switches to top chat, which is super annoying. Because then I also can't see all messages, so I always have to check if it's like still on, if it's like on top chat or if it's on the right one. There we go. Blowing away on the Switch official servers. How does it perform? I have not talked to anyone playing on Switch, so I'm curious. Like, how's the ARK experience on Switch right now? You don't know how to do it? You can check the Fix Your Breeding Line video. That one tells you how you can split up mutations from one animal to several. Hey Gustavus, you're at 33k hours in ARK. That's impressive. That's actually really impressive. Are you playing PvP or are you playing PvE? It's lagging with you and you can't move. I'm not sure how on the I don't know how the graphic settings are on the PlayStation. You may want to turn down your graphics if you're in a breeding base. After the re-release, it was littered with bugs. I've only had one crash in the past 2 weeks. It was pretty nice to be able to hop on and take care of it. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Yoshio, you told someone to not get it on the Switch. Do you have worse experience? Oh, the egg incubator is lagging. Oh, okay, I understand now. Oh, let me think. Did I have it? I think that must be an issue on console, because I don't think I had the issue on PC. Is it lagging if you do something specific, like if you look at it or if you open the inventory? I think there was like some, I mean, from what I heard, from what people described to me, it sounded a little bit like a memory leak on console with the incubators. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It just doesn't feel right after One X Xbox. Yeah, I think it is. It's definitely a change. Yeah, Drifter, I'm in the same boat. My PC is also a little bit older already. I bet my PC is older than some of my viewers. I know it's like a hot take, but I'm pretty sure my PC is older than some of my viewers. But honestly, it still does what it has to do on a daily basis. Like I can still play ARK. I play it with GeForce Now, and I can still edit my videos. I can still record my videos. Only problem I have right now is that I'm running out of space. Like so I need to like start deleting old footage. But other than that, my PC has been really good. Switch got you out of your comfort zone. I feel you. Once you are in endgame, I feel like ARK invites you to get lazy. At least I have the like I feel like this. ARK invites you to you know, just be in your base and just don't do anything anymore. Yumi, that's really weird. I will have a look. Maybe I find anything regarding the incubator and the PlayStation 4 that could help you. I'm right now I'm not aware of any. Like, I remember people told me, but I don't remember any solution for it. You have a 1050. I have a 970. It's not a problem, Yumi. It's not a problem with the egg incubator. I think if it's a problem, then it's a problem with the version. Hi, Skittle. Hello. How you doing? Yeah, Caden, I agree. GeForce Now is a little bit pricey, but honestly, it's like really worth it. I pay a good dollar. I pay a good dollar to play on GeForce Now, but it makes the gameplay so smooth that I'm not worried anymore, and I can stream, I can record, and my PC is not killing me, so that's nice. Yes, all breeding females should be tamed. Otherwise, they are not breeding. Yumi, I think if you play on a server, then if you have a server, then you can change the INI of the server, and then you can also change the stack size, but for that you would have to play on a server. Because I don't think you have access to it on the console. I'm pretty sure you don't. But if you play on a server, you have a lot more freedom. What I mean? That you rent a server and then you play on the server. Oh, Jason, now I understand what you mean. You don't mean like bred or wild. You mean... oh god. You can tell it's late. It doesn't matter if they are tamed or if they are bred. It doesn't matter. As long as they're unmutated, you can just take whatever. Just leave some wild. I mean, that makes the experience definitely a little bit more exciting, right? Imagine. That are the base stats. They're not bad. Like damage definitely looks good. I have a Surf. You know what? I have a tool for this. I have a tool for this. Because I have. How good are my stats? Let me just set this up. Boop. Have a look at this. This, I already like linked it to the right stats. It will show you how many points in what stat are good. Like if you have common stats, top stats, like top 10 stats, top 1% stats, or like the super rare top stats. So you can see how many points in a stat would be considered good with the amount of levels you can get. Because there's also a question we get like a ton that people say, I have so and so many points in my like stats, in my Dino stats. Is this now good or is this like not good? And that is actually quite helpful. Yeah, I have a tool for this too. I've been collecting questions. Please explain this tool. I can explain this tool if you want to. Let me explain this tool to you. Okay, it's pretty easy actually. You just set up what the max level is of the dino that you are looking at. You can, for example, if you see a wild dino on a wild 150 and you see the stats because you have a spyglass or something, then you can see, oh, 33 is like top 10 stat. Oh, 37 is pretty good, I should tame it. And once it's tamed out, you go on 224. And then you see if the tamed out stat is pretty good. And here again, you choose flyers or non-flyers or gachas, depending on how many stats they have. Yumia, everything in ARK should be doable in single player settings. I've done the bug beatdown solo on servers as well. Hey Spange, how are you doing? What's my favorite mod? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, technically I would have to say S+, because it makes breeding so much easier for me and it saves me so much time. But I probably would say the steampunk mod, because when I played it, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. How do I tame a dodo? Skittle! I have a video about how to tame a dodo, I think. Yeah, I have a video about it. I made a tutorial video on how to tame a dodo. I did. I'm not sure how many views it got, but we can check this. Let me have a look how many views my dodo tutorial got. No, I'm not getting angry with you. What the heck? Do you think who I am? I mean, yeah, you know I'm German, but if I sound angry, it's only because... Here. Skittle, I have a video for you. There you go. You may be a troll, but you didn't expect me to have a how to tame a dodo tutorial. How many views did I get in this one? 188 views. I taught 188 people how to tame a dodo. There you go. Okay. Yeah, 188 people now have dodos that would not have dodos before. That's an accomplishment. How many more tools? If you check, let me see. I'll give you the main link to the site. Here you can see. Attack Rex has 46 points melee, but on the website you made where I put in the points, I get how much what my Rex is. Okay, so it could be that, for example, that you have changed some stats or some modifiers for your dino. It could also be that your let me see. It could also be that your Rex is imprinted. We don't take imprint into consideration. For that, you may need either to compare with an unimprinted one, or you need to use ARK Smart Breeding. But for that, you need to have a PC. But that can also take or calculate it with imprinting. How to tame a jellyfish? If I could tame jellyfish, I would be the queen of jellyfish. I already have a a full cryo fridge on my main base full with eels. Yes, I do have an own mod as well. I have a color spyglass that shows you the color names on the color and the color IDs on the color regions. It was like so funny with a color spyglass because when I made this, no other mod, at least I don't remember, no other mod could show colors. And I went to a ton of like mod makers and asked them if they could include colors because I would love to see them. Everyone was like, yeah, no, people don't care about colors. We don't put this in there. It doesn't matter. I was so frustrated. I like half a year I tried to get like a modder to help me and get try to help me get like the colors visible. And then I finally found one. Hi, Dino. I finally found one who would help me with the colors. And it took like after the spyglass was in the workshop. Exactly, Gustavus, exactly. It took 1 or 2 weeks and everyone added colors afterwards. Like for half a year I tried to find someone who could help me with this. And once the spyglass was in the workshop, everyone had colors. I was like, okay, I understand that now. You just needed someone who showed you that people actually want to have this. But yeah, awesome spyglass got the colors, I think 1 or 2 weeks after we made the spyglass. It was funny. It was funny to see. Yes, exactly. Show them that it's popular, and then everyone was like, okay, I add it now. Fine. And then even the cryopods got colors. I was so happy because then finally also people on official servers and on consoles could see the colors. That made me really happy. You don't mutate for colors? I do mutate for colors. Well, I mutate for stats, and while you do this, you also get colors. What made you sad? That the colors were shown on cryopods? Oh no! I keep collecting colors while I'm mutating, the colors I want to keep, and then once I'm done with mutating, more work? Come on, Skittle. But it makes people happy. Okay, Skittle. Were you the one who put in the bug that it showed like the colors with like 1 offset? Because that was a bug that we had in the spyglass as well. And then the cryopods had the same bug. Was it you or was it you who fixed it? I don't even know who I sent it. Who I sent like the long ass like bug report. I'm not sure it was you or if it was Cedric. How you add color to your mutated dino? They get them automatically. As soon as they mutate, they change 1 color in 1 color region. Sometimes you're unlucky and it will be on a color region that is not used on the dino. But who wrote the code that allowed the invalid color IDs through? Shut up! Let me keep my invalid rare colors, please. Please. Don't make people fix things. You already took like the color ID 200 from me. I know that you were like really happy when I said, oh, I'm going to have a full 200 on my. No. Skittle. You have free. Day off, nothing fixing. Day off, have a beer. You know, it was a long day. Have a beer. Just like, no, stop it. No, dang it. It might not be the color you want. Okay, Lovejoy, you can breed your animal that has your stats. You can breed it with an animal that has your colors. And then you wait until you get an animal with a color and a stat. Because you can combine colors and stats just like you would combine stats or just combine colors. Oh, that's something that Dino can answer because he knows like the multipliers for damage and stuff. Dino, do you know what the normal multipliers are for like dino damage and, you know? Because I think Yumia is trying out the incubator calculator. Spawn exact dino generator, please explain this tool. Okay. We're getting now to the complicated stuff. I like it. Okay, let's go back. I think Dino's happy that I show the tool because he put a lot of work into it as well. But I made the cute dinos. Okay, let's see. Spawn exacta. So in order to use this tool, you have to be admin on your server, or you need to be in single player. So first you choose if you want to have a vanilla animal, which would be core, or if you want to have like a modded creature. We support modded creatures. Like here, for example, you can also use paleo ARK creatures. Okay, so let's say you want to spawn like a vanilla animal, and you want to spawn a Mesopithecus. Now you can decide how many wild levels do you want to have on that dino. And here you can choose them. If you want to have like 35 points on all of them, you just choose this one, and then it has 35 points in each stat. But you can also manually change it if you want to. Then if you want to have level ups on the dino. Oh, we don't see the drop downs. There are drop downs, by the way. I know it's crazy, but there are drop downs, by the way. So if you go on the site yourself, you will see the drop downs. Okay, so if you want to have level ups on the dino already, you can set these up. If you want to say you want to have 100 level ups and everything. I mean, usually you don't want to have this. Like you could set it like this, or you can just put in a number. Then colors, you can either put wild colors, that means it just randomly spawns with whatever the animal can spawn with, or you can choose colors for each of the color regions. Then you can choose imprint. You can choose how much imprint. You can choose the imprinter's name and the imprinter's ARK ID. You need to look in the show my admin manager for your ARK ID, so it works. And then you simply click here on copy to clipboard, and then you paste it into your console. And then you need to cryo the creature once or twice so the stats are fixed, and that's how you do it. So if you, for example, if you want to try out in your single player, let's say you play on your server and you want to breed for a boss, but you don't know if the animal you want to breed actually works, then you can go into your single player, spawn the creatures in just the way you would breed them, and then you can test it. It's really handy. Okay, any other tool you want to have explained while we're at it? Can show you this one. There's actually not too much to it. It just shows all of the colors that the dinos can have. You can also here choose mod. It's a drop down again, so you wouldn't see it, but yeah, you can choose mods and see mod colors if the mod has colors. And if you click on them, you can see the values. So what else? Yeah, we have the incubator. Oops, we have the incubator calculator, where you can put in the, like, if you are not familiar with the numbers, you can just put in the numbers here and choose an animal, and it will tell you how the raw values are. So this is also for people who play on console. Then we have, which is you change the damage from 1 to 9. Oh boy, 0.17. Okay. We have Bossopedia, which is our latest tool and is probably the tool I'm also the most proud of. Here you can find everything you need to know about bosses. Like here you can search for engrams, like let's say tech helmet. And then you see, I'm not sure, do you see the drop down of this one? Oh, you do, okay. So here you can see which boss will give you the, will unlock you the tech helmet. But you can also look look, let's say, the island bosses, and let's say you go on the Megapithecus. Now you see what do you need for summoning him. You see which engrams you get. Here you can switch between the different difficulties. Beta monkey, alpha monkey. And then you see what's guaranteed loot, what you can get. And let's say Fjordur. I made these myself, by the way. I did draw them myself. Let's say Skull. You want to fight Skull, and here you can definitely see all of the stuff that is possible for you to get. So if you want to see what loot would be possible, just check this one out. Yeah. I really love the boss tool, the Bossopedia. It's really handy to just look up things really quick to figure out what engram you get where, what tech engram you unlock. And I also wrote a little. Oh, we need to change the scorched that it gives you extra points. Just remembered. The Ice Titan tells you what you need for summoning engrams, and it tells you what possible loot you get. It tells you how much health it has. Also, like a little hint how to kill it. Yep. And that was it. That was our tools we have right now. Right now, we're also working on a saddle calculator, where you put in your crafting skill and you put in your blueprint values for a saddle, and it will tell you how good of a saddle you can get. Yeah, there are also exactly. All the info is extracted from the game, so as soon as there's a patch, it will be updated. So you will have always have updated values and updated loot tables in here. Okay, that was all the tools we made. Now you got like the full rundown of all of the ARK tools. And if you also have more ideas about what would be worth to put into ARK utils, just let me know, because we always look for tools that not going to update the game anymore. Well, Skittle, if that was the case, I think a certain cool Dino would be very happy. But you and me, we both know that's not going to happen. Like, don't tease him. Don't threaten him with a good time. Because we're still shaking about what's it's exactly. It's extracted until Unreal Engine 5, and then we have to improvise. It will be fine. It will be fine, right? It will be fine. Just trying to get like the positivity up. It will be fine. Yumi, I would just use the same character. Honestly. I have one character for all maps because you carry over the engrams, which is really nice. Because then you can just unlock your tag engrams, and then you just can use those tag engrams on the next map. In Kenshi? How does it work there, Lovejoy? I'm not familiar with it. One thing we talked about in the podcast for TSOTF, one thing I would love to see in TSOTF are NPCs, like NPC players, and maybe NPC like small villages with like some huts where you can go and raid those NPCs. That would be so fun. I guess I need to pitch that one to Jet once like the whole console stuff is done and through. If you can use hats on the mammoth on mobile. I have not played mobile. Oh, you use strength to get more strength. Oh, wait. Oh, I have seen this. Where did I see this concept? Was this in Dark and Light? Was this in Dark and Light where you would level a skill by doing the skill? I don't remember. Has someone of you played Dark and Light and remembers this? I think it was in Dark and Light where you used like a special weapon and you would level the weapon by using it. I kind of like this. You can I will have a look at it, Lovejoy. I will have a look at it because it sounds interesting. Valheim was a bit... Oh yeah, right. Valheim was like this as well. You're right. You are correct. Okay, guys. It is almost midnight for me now. And I think we had a good cozy stream. I really look forward to do this again. Just hang out with you for like, I don't know, like an hour and we talk ARK and we talk catch up a little bit. If you're still here and if you're still available, make sure to click the like button. Only if you liked it. If you like hanging out with me. If you didn't like it, then you don't have to. But just like click the like button because then people who see the stream, or well, people can then like just watch the stream afterwards because they will get it recommended from YouTube. So it would be nice if you had a click for me. Other than that, it was really nice hanging out with you. It was really nice catching up with you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening and we can do this again. And yeah, I'll see you later. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.